So Alector being a wind, now we can summon Treeborn, tribute summon Alector, activate Simorgh of Darkness in the grave again. Yes, and now we have a rank 6 play. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Here we go. What's up, guys? It's your boy Kazaris back with another fun little deck profile, and today we have Frog Monarchs, Frognarchs. It's been a while since I played a list like this, so I wanted to give them a try again just because I want to tribute summon Caius because I love Caius. And we're also messing around with Alector, Sovereign of Birds today, so it's kind of cool. I was reading Simorgh of Darkness, and you can trigger its effect when you tribute summon a dark or a wind monster. So, since we don't have Ryza yet, Ryza the Storm Monarch that's busted, Ryza, when it's tribute summoned, can return a card you put in controls to the top of their deck. So you get rid of a card and you can stack a brick on top of their deck, which is kind of cool. But we're trying Alector because we don't have Ryza yet. So this card is cool. If your opponent controls 2 or more face-up monsters of the same attribute, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then once per turn, you can target one face-up card on the field that target's effects are negated during this turn. So this is really cool. So against like a Dark Lord board, if they have like Ixchel and Nastin on the field, you can special summon this, target one of them, force the effect out, and then you can like tribute summon for Caius, banish another one, something like that. So you can special summon it or you can tribute summon it. It doesn't matter. Ideally, you want to special summon it though, just so you have like a tribute summon for Caius. You also have 3 Swap Frog to send Treeborn Frog or Ronin Totem. And you're also playing the 1 Swap Frog. You can send it or you can set it as it's a decent turn 1. If it's flip face up, it's a non-targeting bounce. Pretty cool. You're playing Destiny Draw, so you are playing some 1-ofs. You can de-draw for like Soul Exchange, tribute over their monster for Caius, and then Caius banish a back row or something like that. Or Caius banish another monster. So Soul Exchange isn't bad as a 1-of, I think. And then we're playing the Veil and the Sphere Rebo. Veil is like the closest we have to Battle Fader. Because normally Battle Fader would... If your opponent attacked directly, Battle Fader could special summon itself and end the battle phase. But Veil is like, it's different. It can be better, but it's just different. It's not really comparable. If you take damage, you can summon it, gain the life points back. So it still gives you the tribute fodder, but it also allows you to trigger de-draw. And your opponent might not be able to clear it, but if they can, then it's just like, at best it just triggers de-draw, whereas Battle Fader could not trigger de-draw. So kind of okay. I like Veil in this deck for sure. And then 2 Econ, obviously. We standby phase, toggle on, summon Treeborn Frog, Econ take your opponent's monster, and then Treeborn Frog summon itself again. Pretty cool. And then the extra deck is just 2 rank 2s, 2 Gotchi, 2 Crumble Logos, a Swordbreaker, a Photon Strike, and a Constellar Ptolemy M7. And that's about it. So, with that being said, let's grab our coffees. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let's jump right into some duels. So stick around. Alright, so we're up against a Kalen Kessler, so Shell of a Ghost Infernity or Infernity Inferno. We're going second. He's on a win streak of 4, that's cool. Seems like a big deck, 30 card deck. What is he playing? And he's on a win streak of 4? So this hand's not bad. We can Swap Frog, discard Ronin to special summon itself, and then send Treeborn. It's even better. So let's do that. So discard, swap effect, send Ronin. Oh wait, send Treeborn I meant. We already sent Ronin. Then we're going to tribute summon over the swap for Caius. Activate the effect. We are going to banish this face down monster. No, it's a glow up bulb. Ooh, not bad. We're just gonna attack. Smack for 24. We have Treeborn Frog, Econ, and on the next standby phase. We have Ronin Totem to summon itself. And we have Alector as a tribute monster. The 2400 goes through. Blessed wins. So 30 card Arrow Mage with Glow Up Bulb. So he's going to gain 500 by sending Bergamot. Interesting. And then he can pay 1,000 to summon Bergamot, right? Yeah. So basically he paid 500 to summon Bergamot. Okay, so we are going to... Oh wow, that's a good top deck. Treeborn Frog, we're going to summon itself. Tribute summon for the Caius. We're going to banish the face down. So if he wants to summon this Bergamot to live, he'll pay 1,000. And then we are just going to econ take with the Ronin that we are going to summon here. And then that should be the ball game. Enter battle phase. If he wants to live, he has to summon Bergamot by paying 1,000. Honestly, I could have put the Ronin in attack. That would have been funny. And then on attack, activate the econ, tribute take. So this way we play around a hand trap. Cool. Awesome. Nice, easy win. Let's do another. Alright, we are up against an Odion. He's also on a win streak. So we're going first. He's on a win streak of 9. Holy crap. Let's end it. Our hand is not awful. I'm going to swap, send Treeborn. Going to bounce the swap. I'm going to pass on that. Not going to do anything else. Not going to set the Soul Exchange as a bluff. We're just going to pass. If he hits me and triggers D-Jaw, I have Veil. And then I can D-Jaw for Caius. Special summon Simorgh of Darkness. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Or even if he doesn't trigger Veil. Ah, so it's Tellarknights. Do I want to Veil? Sure, why not? Let's summon this Veil. I'll gain 17. And he's going to pass it. Wow, we topped that Caius. That was a great draw. So activating Treeborn Frog. There's probably a Stellar Nova Alpha down there somewhere. And I played one game with this earlier, and I played Satellar Knights. And so the way this works is if you tribute summon Caius and use Caius' effect, and it gets negated by Stellar Nova Alpha, you don't get to then special Simorgh, which is weird. Because since this uses OCG rulings, it works that way. But if it was TCG, there's a ruling that's simultaneous effects go on chain, meaning Simorgh triggers when a monster is tributed, or if a monster is tributed, and then Caius triggers on summon. So Caius would be chain link 1, Simorgh would be chain link 2 in that order before your opponent gets to respond. But since this is OCG rulings, we don't have that, so I can't chain block the Caius with this, unfortunately. But I am still going to attempt to do it anyway. So I'll target the Alector here, just on the off chance that there isn't a Stellar Nova Alpha. You can also just chain Skybridge. So there's the Alpha. Okay, that's fine. Alternatively, I could have Soul Exchanged to force it that way. So Deneb going to search Alector. Alright, well on the bright side, he still can't do much. So he's just going to pass there. I'm going to draw a Sphere Karibo. I'm going to activate the Treeborn Frog. I can tribute summon this. Just straight up. Do what? No, now I might Soul Exchange now just to bait another Stellar Nova in case there is. Yeah, why not? Let's target this. See if there's another Stellar Nova Alpha, and if there is, then we can just tribute summon Simorgh of Darkness normally, and then negate another back row. So that's kind of cool. But there won't be anything. So we're going to tribute his monster in our Treeborn Frog. Summon Simorgh of Darkness, and we lose our battle phase because of Soul Exchange. So we'll pass there. It's going to Floodgate. I think I just let this happen. Yeah, I'm just going to let this happen so that I keep a monster on the field. Because worst case, this is just tribute fodder. I can tribute over Simorgh for Caius, and then I can activate the Simorgh that I just tributed. And then, or I just use it as like a blocking attack if I need to, an attack blocker. Just going to Alector into Deneb. Bened. Stellar Nova Alpha is such a busted card. Pat Lamias coming down. Yeah, that's fine. Activate, detach, and discard. He's sending Sirius. So he is playing the Sirius. Okay, so he's going to make the Deltiros. If he discarded a trap, he could have triggered his skill. Deltiros is going to pop the Veil. Doesn't matter really. He can beat over both, so just pop one, beat over the other. I'm going to turn off my toggle, that way he doesn't know I have Sphere Karibo. And then I'm going to draw for turn, summon Treeborn. Ooh. That was a very nice top deck. Thank you, sir. If he has the... I mean, if he has the Alpha, he has the Alpha. I'm just going to... I got to try it, right? Caius target. The Deltaros. Oh, there is no delay. Interesting. So now I get to summon Simorgh. Econ. Okay. Interesting. So I can just summon Simorgh and then beat over whatever he summons off of the Delters. That's kind of cool. So Econ in an Endless Trap Hell Tellarknight deck. That's very weird, actually. Why? Why would you not play Tretch? So Alector from the hand. Okay, then Alector summon back. Serious? Does he have 5? He does, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Yeah, I'll beat over the Alector. It appears that there's no other back row. Nothing on summon, nothing on attack. So what could that be? Not sure. So Deneb coming down. Yep. He could bat Lamias again into Deltaros, which would pop the Simorgh. Beat over Caius. Yeah, unfortunately. Detaching and discarding the Deneb. Wait, he added Alector and discarded Deneb, so we know he has an Alector in hand. Okay. Deltaros effect, detaching, targeting the Simorgh. That's fine. Now, do I protect this Caius? I think so. What could that be? What was that delay? Okay. Oh, there's an Alector. That's nice. Oh, wow. So Alector, being a wind, now we can summon Treeborn, tribute summon Alector, activate Simorgh of Darkness in the grave again. Yes, and now we have a rank 6 play. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Here we go. Alector, Sovereign of Birds. And now I can make a... Ooh. Well, I could... I'm gonna activate Alector just to see if this baits anything before I make a rank 6. So we'll see. So Fiendish Chain. Haha, nice. Jebaited. That's fine. I'll let that happen. Don't care. I'm just gonna make Telemi M7 now. And this is why we play the rank 6s, because they won't come up often, but they can come up. For sure. No reason not to. Make the Telemi M7. Better than not playing anything at all, for sure. Detach the Caius. Target the Deltaros. And now, if he wants to stop this with this Blow Trap, I have the Simorgh of Darkness. And he still doesn't have 3 traps in the grave, I believe. 1, 2, yep, cool. In a battle phase, attack. Game. Game. Wow, that was game. What was the delay? There was a delay and then there wasn't. Anyway, well, we ended his 9-win streak. Awesome. Alector coming in clutch for sure. Let's do another game. Alright, we're up against a Seto Kaiba win streak of 3. 2 in this video, 1 before it. So we are going first. Not bad. Just kidding, this is bad. Set a Ronatoden, pass. Big yikes. I mean, we have Veil, so like we can take a hit from a Blue Eyes. Summon it, gain the life back. Trigger D-Draw. Grab Caius. We can Econ take his Blue Eyes and then tribute and banish another. So it's not awful. So alternative coming down, yeah, that's fine. So we know he has Blue Eyes, alternative in hand. Summon Sage, Summon Stone, that works too. Yeah. So, I mean, unfortunate, but... So, Spirit in defense. Interesting. Not even going to try and attack me. I guess he doesn't want to trigger D-Duel. That's fine. It's kind of better for us, honestly. Gives us an extra turn. Drawing Caius. That's interesting. If I Soul Exchange now on the Spirit, it forces him to tribute, summons Azure Eyes, and then Azure Eyes can't do anything, but we get the Azure Eyes effect out before we go to like commit any plays. Then he can summon another alternative. He can go to battle phase, attack. I'll take 3k Veil. He'll attack over the Veil, attack with Blue Eyes for game, or for another 3,000. So I'll be down to 1,000. I'll trigger D-Draw. I will draw for I'll have Veil, Caius in hand. I will draw for Swap Frog. I mean, it'll. The issue is there will be 3 monsters on the field now that I can't clear all of them. All right. Well, I'm just gonna, or if I wait, if I don't do anything, he'll have Spirit, Blue Eyes. I think he'll still, yeah, he might still Azure Eyes if I don't do anything. So, okay, on the off chance that he Azure Eyes without me doing anything, I want to keep the Soul Exchange. Yeah. So I'll take 25. I'll activate Veil. I'll gain back to 25. Trigger D-Draw. Alright, so now what do I want to D-Draw for? So now I trigger D-Draw and I kept that Soul Exchange with Econ, so that's cool. So Stone is going to summon that. Okay. So I'm going to activate my D-Draw. Now, I want... Oh my god, this is so hard. Oh, this is so hard. Alright, well, I'm going to get a Alector because this will let me get a rank 6. So I'm going to Special Alector. Yeah, I'm not going to use Alector effect. I'm not going to trigger this just yet. I'm going to Soul Exchange, target this. I'm going to activate Econ. I'm going to tribute this, target this. Then he'll chain summon Blue Eyes, right? Yeah. So either way, I no matter what I did, this is a hard game. This is such a hard game just because he has so many effects to tribute and dodge with. Well, on the bright side, I could target the Spirit. Yeah, I didn't have enough resources. I opened poorly. This is hard, yeah. And then he just summons back Spirit and I lose. Yep. That's fine. Man, so much thinking involved. And Karma Cut. Well, yeah, Karma Cut on top of it all. That was just gross. I couldn't do anything there. All that thinking for nothing. It's alright, we'll do another. Alright, we're up against a Crow Hogan. We are going second. He's on a win streak of 3. Let's try and end it. Alector off the top. Not too bad. And yeah, we can only control 1 face up. That's fine. I'm just gonna pass on that. We have 2 hand traps, so I'm not in a rush. All right, he's setting 1, specialing Valkyrie Sigrun. He's on a 3 win streak with Valkyries. Assumedly, maybe he was on a 3 win streak and then just switched to Valkyries. So he's gonna flip up Verte. Setting a back row. All right, so we are going to block. So if we take this. Summon Veil. They'll attack over the Veil and attack directly. Or if we block this. No. I'm going to take this. Yeah. So if I block this and then block the next one with Veil. Veil still dies. And I wasted the Seerkree Bow. But this way. I'll just end with less life points. But 1 extra card. And he still triggered D-Jaw for me. Which was very kind of him. So now we are going to D-Draw for Soul Exchange, I believe. So any card to show a battle card effective banished instead. Okay. Okay, and destroy a battle inside of the grave. Okay. Alright, so I want to D-Draw for Soul Exchange. Special Alector. See if this baits anything. It does not. So I'm going to activate Soul Exchange, target his Erda. I'm going to target his Verte, yeah. Target his Verte. What is that back row? Is it a Cyclone? So there's no delay on the summon of Alector. I'm going to tribute his Verte, target his Erda. And then I'm going to tribute Set over his Erda, because I can only control 1 Alector. Yeah, but that's fine. So cleared his field, got rid of Verte, which would trigger if it was destroyed in battle. So I don't have to deal with that. But we do draw the Caius, so that's Fantastic. So we are going to tribute over the Alector for the Caius. Banish the Sigrun. Enter battle phase attack. It is a Seshta? Yeah. This card is special summoned. Special summon a Valk from the deck. Okay. I don't really know what I'm doing against Valkyries, I'm going to be honest. So Verte can crash. It can crash. But, alright, well the back row didn't seem to be anything last time, so I'm just going to make Telemi and bounce. And then I'll set a flip-flop Frog as well. Pretty nice. So Telemi bounce, detach the Caius, I guess. Bouncing his Verte. It's back for game. Cool. Nice. Very swift game. Let's do one more. Let's make it a nice even 5 games today. Alright, we are against a Yami Yugi. But this one is on a win streak and we are not. So let's try and end it. He's on a win streak of 3. I really am liking the Alector in this deck just because it helps make rank 6s or act as tribute file. Like, this hand is ridiculous. Well, not ridiculous, but like the hand is solid. And he's going to end on like... Since he has Merlin, he's going to end on 2 Darks, Boars, and Medjot being Darks. So I'll be able to summon Alector. And then I can maybe Caius banish. Alright, so I gave him the trap card. So I don't have to worry about Dristan pop. I drew Veil, but I do have to worry about Merlin just causing me to miss timing. So if, well... If I negate this effect, does it go back down to level 4? I'm not sure. I think it will. So I'm definitely going to start off with an Alector. See if this turns it off. I'm not sure. And if he's not sure either, he might just Merlin effect. So we might not even get to find out. But if he does Merlin effect, he just goes for the rank 5. It does turn it off. That's awesome. So now I can... This is on that. So now this is a light monster. So Gwen will just prevent it from being destroyed by a card effect. So now I can tribute for Caius. Banish the Boars. Or I could banish the Gwen. Just get rid of the Gwen for good. That'd be cool. And then he would have that. So I go Caius, Chainlink 1, Simorgh, Chainlink 2. I'd banish the Gwen, I'd enter battle, I'd beat over that, beat over that. He could do this if he wants. So yeah, let's try that. So that was cool. So even if that, so knowing that that worked, if we had forced the Merlin, he'd have made the rank 5, and then we just Caius banish, summon Simorgh, and that would be game. So it was honestly better that he let that resolve. That was better for him that he let that resolve. Even though it was most likely an accident because he didn't know that it would work this way. Oh, it's a treacherous. Ooh. Well, I mean, yeah, I can still summon the Simorgh here, so that works. That's fine. So I'll banish the Gwen. I'll special the Simorgh. He'll get the Caliburn if he wants on the Medjot, but I'll just beat over it. That's fine. So I can negate the spell, trap, or effect with Simorgh, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to hit for 700. I'm going to pass it to him. Now he doesn't... He has the trap in his hand. He didn't set the trap. Which makes sense because Tretch is probably better, but so that wasn't game if he had activated that effect. Now I can negate the activation of an equip spell. That's why I banished the Gwen, because now he has to have the equip spell. And if I negate it here, that's even better. So he's setting the trap. We know that's the trap card. Don't have to worry about anything. Ooh, I can special this. Send... Ronin? Yeah, and then I can bounce it, normal summon it, send another swap. So I'd rather make the crumble logos. Yeah. So let's do that. So how does this work again? While that target is on the field. Okay. So if I target Medjot to negate it and then just beat over it, it's not going to be negated anyway. So I'm just going to attack over it. Hit for 500, hit for 23. Or 29, I mean. He's down to 900. He has D-Jaw now. But he lost his Medjot, so he has to have specifically Medjot equipped now. We know he has a trap. So that other card, if that card in his hand wasn't an equip last turn. If it wasn't equip, he would have used it last turn. So we know that's not an equip in his hand. We know he has the trap face down. So that card in his hand specifically has to be Merlin or Medrawt. It's Dristan. So he drew for an equip. And activate the equip. I'm just going to negate it with Simorgh, I believe. Hold on, let me just think real quick. Let me read it. If this face-up card on the field is destroyed and sent to the grave. So we're negating the activation, meaning that is not on the field, and he will not be able to re-equip anything. So he's just going to have the Dristan. He can chain the trap to get a draw here, which is fine. Because this is technically... He technically has one on the field, but I'm negating it. Of course he draws the Destiny. Activating the Destiny, yeah. And now he gets to pop my Crumble Logos. That's annoying. But on the bright side, we have Veil, which can wall off the Dristan. Then he can summon one with the trap. So this is quite the game now. Very interesting. So if I draw Caius or Alector off the top, I can just summon back this Dark Simorgh. There is a flip-flop frog. But I'm going to activate the Treeborn. So the game's not over. We have the flip-flop. If he makes the Custonin, we have this to bounce it and deal with it that way. Or we can just top deck the Caius and banish it. So Custonin is a non-issue for this deck, which is pretty cool. He'll get a draw with the brothers here as well. So he'll get a draw with brothers. He'll summon the Custonin. He can bounce 2 of my cards. He's not going to bounce the Veil, obviously. He's just going to get a battle phase. Interesting. Okay, so he can't attack with brothers because brothers, to attack with brothers, he has to have exactly 3 Noble Knight monsters. But he does still have the Merlin and Grave. So he's going to Merlin now. That's interesting. Is he going to go for rank 4 Artorgus, or is he going to go for Custonin? Let's find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. This is a good game. Very tough. And very interesting. So he's going for the rank 4 Artorgus. So this will re-equip Destiny, Caliburn, and Gallatin. But we have the flip-flop. So if he attacks flip-flop, I bounce it, and then we just win. He doesn't attack flip-flop, so I bounce it, and then we just win. I'll activate Treeborn just because I can. Gets another monster on the field. I'll flip up flip-flop. I'll activate the effect of flip-flop. Monsters your opponent controls the hand up to the number. Okay, so if you had 2 monsters, we could have returned 2, which is even cooler, actually. So summon the Ronin, and then I make a Crumble Logos and attack for game. Cool. So that is going to do it for the video, I believe. I mean, unless he has a hand trap here or something. I don't think so. Nice. Scooping it up. Awesome. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. The deck is very fun. The main issue, Blue Eyes is tough, as you saw, just because when decks have effects that can dodge things to, like, make your Caius miss the target, or, like, that's not an official term. I mean, miss the target is mean, like, I go to banish something and then it just doesn't get banished. It's kind of tough. So like things like that, if your Caius just doesn't get to resolve, or they just have too many big monsters, like 3000 is a huge, because I have 2400 and 2900 with Simorgh. They have 2500 and 3000, which is, so I'm always 100 less attack, which is already hard enough, and then them being able to dodge things is also very tough. So I don't know if it's that great for this format, but it is fun. I didn't really make it to, like, knowing that it could compete anyway, but I just wanted to do it for fun. But it's a very cool deck, very cool Xyz plays. Alector is very nice. If we get Ryza, I think it becomes even better, because Ryza with Dark Simorgh or Caius with Dark Simorgh is just extremely strong. Ryza stacking a card on the top of your opponent's deck, and Caius banishing a card. 2 ways to destroy things without, or to get rid of things without destroying. Very nice. And the frogs are always cool as well. So that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoy your coffee and enjoy the rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.